So we will discuss an important question here. The question asked was the Kussmaul sign is or are seen in which of the following conditions? It is a multiple option type. First option is your COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Second option is your constrictive pericarditis, CCP. Third option is your tension pneumothorax. Fourth option is your HOCM, hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, and fifth option is your cardiac tamponade. So which of the following conditions we will see Kussmaul sign, right? This is your question. So actually this is related to your JBP as well. So actually Kussmaul sign, so the topic is Kussmaul sign, right? We will discuss about Kussmaul sign today and the conditions where we will find it. So see, Kussmaul sign denotes an inspiratory increase in your jugular venous pressure. So first thing you will remember that this is an inspiratory increase in jugular venous pressure, which can occur with because it was preliminary thought that this occurs in patients of chronic severe constrictive pericarditis, right? When the heart is unable to accept the increase in the right ventricular volume without a marked increase in the filling pressure, right? So this was initially thought that okay, in constrictive pericarditis only there is Kussmaul sign, but actually now the concept has changed, right? Although it has been described first that Kussmaul sign is seen only in constrictive pericarditis, its most common cause is severe. I will write here. Its most common cause is severe right-sided heart failure, right? Regardless of any etiology. So the presence of Kussmaul sign is useful in the diagnosis of right ventricular infarction. RVI I am writing here. So we came to know three things: that Kussmaul sign, the inspiratory increase in your jugular venous pressure. Usually first it was thought that it is associated with chronic constrictive pericarditis only, but now the concept has changed. Regardless of etiology, it is seen in right heart failure, and it can be used, or it is useful in the diagnosis of RVI or right ventricular infarction. So these three things we came to know. Now coming back to the point that in which conditions you will see Kussmaul sign. So first thing, just remember that it is seen in right heart failure or right ventricular infarction. So automatically you can say that tricuspid atresia is a condition where you can see Kussmaul sign, because just now I told that it is seen in condition of right heart failure, right? And tricuspid valve is more or less in the right side of the heart, right? Then chronic constrictive pericarditis. Let me write in another slide for you. These are the conditions where you can see Kussmaul sign, right? First is your severe right-sided heart failure or right ventricular infarction. Second is your tricuspid atresia, since the valve is on the right side. Then is your chronic constrictive pericarditis. Then same restrictive pericarditis, and often in cardiac tamponade, often. So these are the conditions where you can see your Kussmaul sign or the increase in JVP during inspiration. So remember, increase JVP during inspiration. So this is all about Kussmaul sign and where you will see Kussmaul sign. Remember the pointers again: right heart failure or right ventricular infarction, tricuspid atresia, chronic constrictive pericarditis, restrictive pericarditis, and often in cardiac tamponade. So in all these conditions you are going to see Kussmaul sign, right? So now coming back to the options: COPD, no. Chronic constrictive pericarditis, yes, we just saw. Tension pneumothorax, no. Hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy, myopathy, yes, may be seen. Cardiac complaint, yes, often may be seen. So these three are your options, right? So I hope this section is clear for you, right? Thank you.